What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I'm Will. And we got Vinny. We're on a road trip. We are just leaving Wilmington, North Carolina. We're on our way to Beaufort. We're gonna go fish for sheepshead, but on the way, we're gonna stop and see our friend Connor, who's got a oyster farm, North Sea.
I think it's
NC. I will confirm that when we get there. But yeah, we're gonna go check out an oyster farm and then head out on a boat in Beaufort, get some sheepshead, and then I think we're heading to Virginia to another oyster farm and might do some more fishing. So we'll bring you guys along. Look how cheerful.
Too many Millers last night.
All right, we'll see you at the farm. Well, if you couldn't tell, it's an absolutely gorgeous day in North Carolina. We're just waiting on Connor to head over, but check this out. Big old pile of oyster shells. But yeah, this is just a quick stop. Probably eat a couple of oysters and then we're gonna head out fishing. But I just wanted to show you guys part of our little road trip here from Key West to New York. All right, so we met up with Connor. I'm gonna have Connor tell you a little bit about himself and his operation here.
I'm Connor with NC Oyster Company. We're here in Surf City, North Carolina. I grow the Dukes of Topsail and the Divine Pine oysters, and we're standing here in front of the oyster barn. I'm a second generation oyster farmer. My uncle John Finger from Hog Island Oyster Company got me super into oysters and surfing the same time when I was about 8 years old, and I've been hooked ever since. We grow using a adjustable long line system on these great 300-foot long lines, and they're very nice and organized, and it's like part of our system that we really enjoy, growing a neat, tidy oyster that comes from a bag that's easy to clean, from an oyster that's great to sort, and an oyster that's even easier to open and enjoy.
And I'm not just saying this. I met Connor at a Billion Oyster Project party, and his oyster was one of the best. It really was. That oyster's good.
The world. Awesome.
But yeah, we'll do a little walk around and take you guys along. Tell me real quick about how many oysters you harvest.
We grow 4 million oysters a year. We sell about 1 million in oyster seed, and then we harvest about 1 million, and hopefully we kill only half of them.
So for those of you wondering too, oyster seed is exactly what it sounds like. So it's the tiny kind of microscopic. So if you want to start an oyster farm, you can buy oyster seed from Connor and grow your own oysters and then name them whatever you want.
Yeah, he just wants to see what's going on. Hey!
Hey, bud.
Go get it. Go get it. Very the asset plan of how it can all work. That would be an extra small. So, I always like to put cup side down. I always open into my hand because I think that's the easiest way to do it. I'm gonna go into the hinge here, which is the top shell. This is the bottom shell. I'm gonna go in, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Not a lot of muscle. I'm gonna pop it, turn it like I'm turning the car on. From here, I pry open the oyster a little bit, and I make sure that I'm riding on top of this piece of flesh right here so that it pulls off perfectly. And then from here, we'll slice down, disconnect from that bottom muscle.
Look at that, perfect.
I like to do a little jiggle to make sure it's free.
I'll eat it.
How's that for your hangover?
That's great. Very clean. I mean, I'm down to.
It's as good as I remember it. All right, we left the oyster farm, and you guys are actually going to enjoy this. What we're going out fishing on is a gheenoe here with our friend Josh.
Keeping it in the family. Gheenoe family. This is the NMZ.
I'm excited, very excited. So what do we? I'm gonna let Josh tell you what we're fishing for and some regulations and all that stuff. So.
Well, I'm gonna have to look up the regulations before we go. But we're fishing for sheepshead today. We got some. My buddy actually makes these out of North Carolina. They're called jawbreaker jigs, but just a nice heavy jig to get down by the pilings, and then you just stick one of these bad boys on there. We got some mud crabs in there and some fiddlers, and as soon as you feel them chewing, you just rip a lip, force them up.
Go. So it's funny, those jigs are really similar to the tog jigs that we use up in New York for blackfish. And I've never fished for sheepshead, but it's a similar bite from the way that Josh was describing it. So all I know is that I'll outfish Vinny. we're gonna tow him behind the gheenoe on a boogie board and just put him out there, you know. He's got work to do. All right, we'll see you on the water. All right, so looked up regulations real quick. Sheepshead here in Beaufort are 10 bag limit and 10 inches, which is the same as our mangrove snapper down in Key West, which is crazy. That's tiny. You know, I think unless it gets real slim pickings, I think we're gonna aim for something a little bit bigger than 10 inches. You know, I like to keep about 12 minimum, but we'll see. But that's the regulation. But I'm pretty pumped that I didn't know what we were fishing on, and the fact that it's a gheenoe is so sick.
Look at these things.
All right, we're at the docks picking up a kayak, and the reason why is just because 3 of us in this gheenoe and the weight is no good. So we are going to tow a kayak in the back. We're gonna throw Vinny in there. Yeah, it just, you know, it could handle it, but with the 3 of us casting and everything, it's just a little uncomfortable. So this will be the best bet. So quick stop, and then we're out on the water. Did you guys know that Vinny was a seasoned kayak dock fisherman?
Official yak boy.
He looks like one. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Let's go. We're gonna end up on wavy boats.
Oh.
You ready? Third time's a charm. There we go. Ready? Yep. There we go.
All right, we're gonna gun it, so hang on. You know, not just for stability, but more so just to have Vinny back there. That's why we're doing this. Yeah, Josh, is there any way to get a longer rope?
Might have one in the hole.
I told you, he's back there on his phone. He's just back there doing work. Repeat that.
So we're good. If you just want to drop right behind, so you can see the current kind of ripping around.
Yeah.
There's that little eddy in the back, and then that way you can get down without your bait going, like getting swept away. So.
And it doesn't matter if the line's kind of rubbing on the piling there?
Yeah, so we have, I forgot what pound braid, but then I also have a 40-pound leader.
Gotcha.
So it's pretty thick. And some people will tie the jig right to the braid.
To the braid, gotcha.
So you can just horse on it.
All right.
But, yeah, there you go.
And do you go all the way to the bottom, or?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I let it sit like an inch above the bottom. Like I hit the bottom.
Yeah.
And then just pull it up slightly. And just kind of let it sit.
Gotcha. Oh, I lost him. No.
Yeah, crank on them. Next time, like when you feel it, because they have like such hard mouths.
Yeah, yeah.
Those big teeth.
You know,
really set it.
you know what it is? It's every time I reach to hit record on the camera. But that was, you know, it's always the one you don't catch that's a real decent fish that nobody saw, but that felt like a decent bite. Okay, they're right here and they're definitely chewing. So it's a bit of a finesse because you don't want to pull the crab out of their mouth. But that's a little lively right here. Yeah, I thought I was getting snagged on bottom, but it's the actual bite. There it is. Oh, come on. Man. Oh yeah, right there, huh? Okay. That's my honey hole where I've been getting bites. Oh, just saw. Look.
Oh yeah, that's a sheep. Oh yeah. Yeah, let it sit.
There we go.
No way. Oh my gosh. Sight fishing.
There we go.
He might be 10.
I don't know. If I was,
He's a small one, but
I was gonna say if I was a betting man, I'd say he's about 9 inches there.
yeah.
But hold him up there. Pretty
Fish.
cool.
Little convict.
That's my first sheep's head on rod and reel. So thanks,
Nice.
man.
Right on.
I've shot one with a spear gun, but never caught one. They're cool looking. All right, so this guy was 9 inches, so he gets to go back. There you go. All right, let's get more.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Vinny's on. Hold on, hold that trophy up. All right. Yeah, he went. That's all right. We're out to get bigger ones. The one I lost was huge.
I just feel like such a clown.
So we're picking away at some small guys, getting our bait stolen a lot, and this is it, the name of the game. So we're just going from dock to dock to dock, and Josh made a good point. The crustier, older pilings, the better, because they're covered in barnacles, and that's what these guys are chewing on. So we're gonna head down a bit further. Where did Vinny go? I know he said
he's behind. Was he chasing the dolphins?
Yeah. Vinny's all the way back there. We might have to go pick him up. But yeah, we're gonna keep moving down and see what we can come up with. All right, we're coming up on this structure. Looks promising, right? There's a lot of growth on these. This looks very promising. Oh yeah.
Getting the bite.
Yep.
Oh, what was it?
I don't know. Small stuff, but they're there. Yeah, with you camped out under there, you better come up with something. I'm counting on you. Ah! Got me. Oh. For such a little crab, that guy is strong. All right, between the three of us, we need one fish. What you got? What you got? Small?
He's a sheep.
Hey!
Yeah.
There we go. Do you want the net?
Might be our only chance.
All right. There we go.
Definitely 10 inches.
That's 10. All right. Let's see. Measure them up to the fork. That, sir. That's a 12-inch sheep's head. All right. There we go. So real quick, I am going to dispatch this guy, but I want you to see their teeth there. Pretty wild. That is nightmare fuel right there. It's something else, but we're gonna brain and bleed and throw him up. He's got a 5-inch sea bass there.
Yeah, come on.
There we go. Small, whatever it is, but real small sea bass.
Sea bass.
Man. We're getting low on the crabs.
Let's do or die.
I know, this is it. Sea bass, I think.
Sea bass?
I think so. Yeah. It's on. I think it's another sea bass. No. It's getting bigger as it comes up.
Little sheep.
All right.
Man, they're pretty.
They really are. Cool fish. There you go. All right, what do you say?
We got our crabs?
We got 4.
4 more?
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yes.
That was real.
Yes.
That was real.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Sheep. That's a good size sheep.
We got 3 crab to make this work. Oh, no.
On a crab and a prayer.
Oh, no.
That's what we've been waiting for all day.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Take it.
Like immediately. I'm telling you, when we were first here, I had a take like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. And that's why I was like, all right.
Don?
We're on. Oh!
Oh, dude.
No! All right, so this is it. This is the last crab. That one was almost up to the surface too. That was close. I think he just smoked it. Yep. That was instant. So, funny enough, guys, we came out here earlier. The current was ripping, the wind was blowing. We were fighting everything to get the gheenoe to sit straight to fish the docks. And now that we're all out of crab, we have none left. We were just fishing with just claws and legs. The fish are biting, the wind laid down, and the current's not crazy. But, you know, that's the way it goes. We got one in the bucket, so we got something to cook, and that's okay. And I'll show you guys, either next will be the cooking or the next stop on the road trip. But thank you very much, Josh.
Yeah, happy to have you.
I appreciate it. We're actually going to just leave Vinny over there. He lives here now, so. But, yeah, see you guys in a little bit. It was a crazy long haul, but we're here in Huntington, Long Island. You guys should recognize this kitchen. It's Mama Clams' kitchen. She's actually out playing cards with her ladies. But yeah, we packed the sheepshead on ice and booked it to New York. Vinny had to get back. So we're going to do what are we going to do? We're going to do a cornmeal crusted sheepshead. So let's get started on that. These really are a beautiful fish. For me, you know, I've shot one down in the Keys, but never caught one on rod and reel. So it was a very, very fun day. And I'm assuming, obviously, that they get much bigger than this over there anyway in North Carolina. But hey, we got something to cook. We had a good day. Broke up that drive, so that was a big part. And what's funny is that this is about the size of the porgies that we get up here. It is really beautiful meat. Very, very light. Yeah, that's gorgeous. So now I'm gonna have to go back to try to get redemption. So it's a good excuse to have to go back down there. I was gonna go up and over the ribs, but there's not too much here. I don't really mind losing that belly meat there. On a bigger guy, there would have been a lot more to get there, but let's see. Cut out those pin bones. Let's see if we can take off a little bit of this belly here. Yeah, little piece there. We'll bread that. You know what? With some of the cornmeal, maybe we'll make a hush puppy. Put that guy in the middle there. That'll be pretty funny. So this one I went up and over the ribs. Saved myself some trouble instead of going through them. Okay, there's our 2 fillets. Not much, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make a really simple tartar sauce. So start off with some mayo. I don't need too much here, so I'm not gonna make a big batch. A little bit of white onion. I'm gonna make it like a very, very chunky tartar sauce. Give it a lot of body. I don't know if we need all this onion. Put this aside. And then instead of dill pickles, I have pepperoncini. Peppers. You could use pickled jalapenos, but I want something with a little bit of spice to it. Then I have here a little bit of dill. And 1/2 a lemon. Try to catch any of those seeds. We'll give that a little stir and that should be good. Like I said, very, very simple tartar sauce. And just a little bit different with those pepperoncini in there instead of pickles. But that's going to be a nice topper on top of our fried sheepshead. So now to go on the side of the dish, I just have Brussels sprouts, and I'm gonna actually just throw these in to bake. So I'm gonna cut them into quarters. Just want them all relatively the same size. And also going in there, we have what's called delicata squash. And this, you can eat the skin and all. Just want to take those seeds out. To the squash and Brussels sprouts, we're just adding a bit of dried rosemary from my garden here. I call it a garden, it's really just a pot of rosemary, but garden sounds much more official. A little bit of sea salt and black pepper. Add a little bit of olive oil. Give that a mix. Okay, this is going in the oven at 350, probably for about 30-40 minutes until everything is nice and tender and a little bit browned. Not a word about these plates, okay? these are my mom's plates. They work just fine. All right, so we're gonna do egg and then our cornmeal, but we're not gonna do just cornmeal. I'm gonna do half and half, a little bit of flour and the other half cornmeal. And add to that a little bit of cornstarch. So maybe not that much. Make sure we get a nice crispy crust on our sheep's head. Okay, now to this mixture, I'm gonna add a bit of onion powder. Got a bit of paprika. And instead of regular salt, I'm gonna use celery salt. Healthy amount of that. And then back to our pepper. Okay, now I'm going to try to mix this all together without dumping it. Probably should have done that in a bowl, but we're here now. Alright, managed to do that without spilling too much. And one thing too, you might not be able to see it on the camera, it might not pick it up with the lighting and everything in here, but one thing that I always say is in your breading, you want to make sure that you can see your seasoning. If you can't see your seasoning, it's not enough. So I like to be able to see the little speckles of paprika and pepper and everything in there, and then I know that my seasoning is right on. And our second dish, just a beaten egg. Okay. I'm going to put just a little bit of sea salt on our fillets, just one side. And then we're going to go into our cornmeal. To our egg. Back to our cornmeal. And then you see I'm putting that on a rack. I don't know if you can see that over here, but over here I have just a wire rack, and I want that mixture and that egg to dry a bit on there. I'm gonna let it dry just for like a minute or so, and then we're gonna do another dip in the egg back into the cornmeal. Get a nice thick crunchy crust on there. Okay, these had about a minute to dry. So back into the egg, back into the cornmeal. Okay, these are ready for the skillet. Let's make a hush puppy. I actually breaded that little piece of belly meat. So we got our tiny little morsel there, our hush puppy, and our 2 fillets. Got my pan on medium heat. Good amount of oil in there. Let that oil get nice and hot. One of the ways to tell with oil is by the way it moves. If it moves really fast in the pan, that means it's up to temp. If it moves a little bit slow, that means it's still a little cold. But I have that pan pretty hot, so we should be good. Oh yeah. Ready for the flip. It's pretty close. Oh yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Get this, our little belly, and our hush puppy. So there's no real fancy plating here. This is just some good wholesome food. I'm actually gonna put my tartar sauce right on there. So there you have it. You know, the sun is starting to come out outside. Let's go eat out there. That looks a lot prettier out here, that's for sure. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous fall day up here. That was a crazy drive. It was a long couple of days. I did the haul, half of it by myself. Then Vinny came and joined, and Josh hit me up and just said, you know, I'll be over there in Beaufort. So on the way up, it was kind of perfect because we were going to that oyster farm, which is next to it. And big thanks to Josh. I mean, listen, a lot of people could be like, that wasn't the best day of fishing, blah, 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 blah. You missed the big one. I got a beautiful plate of food and a really fun day and a breakup on my drive. So it was nothing short of perfect. And a big thank you again to Josh. Thank you to Connor for letting us visit the farm. Super cool. Thanks for the oysters for breakfast. And yeah, let's dig in. I ate the little belly piece right away, and then the hush puppy's waiting for me. But nice and crispy on that crunch. Tiny bit of spice in that tartar sauce. I'm glad I did it the way with the pepperoncini, but it's nice. It's less of a tartar sauce, more of almost like a relish. And then the squash and Brussels sprouts. If you guys didn't notice, like I said, here's my garden. Still doing good, even though we're in late fall here. Still hanging on. This is the sheepshead. Man. See if I can get a piece here. That is gorgeous. I wish we got more of them in the Keys. We see them every now and again, but there's just not a lot of them. So it feels a little, you know, since you don't see them that much, it's not really something that you target. And then when you do see them, kind of let them pass, you know. But I'm sold. That is fun fishing. Those things fight really well, and now I'm determined to get my good one. You know, even though, hey, I got a full meal here on what is considered a small fish, so I'm not too upset. But I'm sold. All right, thank you for coming along on the adventure. Thanks for coming along on my ride up to New York. This is a quick turnaround. Holidays, head back down to Key West. Unless something really cool happens up here, I don't know how much filming I'll be doing. Maybe go out for cod. That's coming up in season right now out here. But other than that, I'm just up here to hang with family, and on the drive back down to Key West, Josh, you got to get me maybe on some trout. That would be super cool. So I will see you guys on the next one.